So, I think when Hogan got to the afterlife, I think the first thing he heard was, "Hogan, I'm gonna kick your ass!" And then just proceeded to get stomped out by Macho Man. Probably still getting stomped out by Macho Man.
Currently, indeed.
Hey everybody, as always, I am Jeff, and I'm here with...
Justin.
And Juan.
And you know what that means. The coffin is open. You didn't get it by the interlude. R.I.P. Hulk Hogan. I wasn't the biggest fan of your work.
I was.
Yeah, still a legend in his
Like
own
I said,
right.
not a fan of the person, a fan of the character
I
he
will...
portrayed. I just want to make that clear.
It's a lot like Brett Favre to me.
Right.
You can't take away his credentials and what he's done for the sport.
Right.
But as a person, not at all.
Exactly. I agree.
So, this week...
But he said brother all the time.
He also had his own pasta store
That's right,
in the Mall of
brother.
America.
Yeah.
That's right,
And
brother.
he stole a Budweiser brewery right before he died and called it Great American.
And his nephew played Great Value Stone Cold in WCW. God. Anyway, this week we are not talking about wrestling or anything to do with the Hulkster. We watched...
Or they probe anybody either.
Thank God. Well,
technically,
no.
Technically, that's not true.
If you
No, they do
consider
probe
probing just violence,
Yeah,
then
exactly,
yes.
Yeah.
John Hurt got probed with that. they all got probed
I
with
was talking
chest
about a
burster.
particular type of probing, though.
Still.
Of the record
Right,
time.
still.
This week we watched Alien, which came out May 25th, 1979. Aliens, which dropped July 14th, 1986. And then the movie I hadn't seen, Alien Romulus, which came out August 16th, 2024. I think all of us have seen at least Alien and Aliens a lot. So these were breezed through quick watches for us, which I enjoyed. You guys just want to hop in? Because getting our initial reactions to these really won't matter. We can just sit here and talk about 80s sci-fi probably for an hour. So let's just get into Alien. It was directed by Ridley Scott, written by Dan O'Bannon and Russell Shusett, and it stars Sigourney Weaver as Ripley, Tom Skerritt as Dallas, John Hurt, the War Doctor from Doctor Who, as Kane, and then Ian Holmes, who I forgot was in this, and I don't only know him from this role, but I saw Ash, and I went, "What's Bilbo Baggins doing here?" I was very excited. I love this movie and everything about it. This almost beats out my favorite sci-fi film. Like, it comes really close.
What's your favorite?
Empire Strikes Back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, Empire Strikes Back is the best sequel to any film. Fight me.
Ever.
So...
Fight both of us, probably.
This is going to sound like it goes off topic, but I promise you it doesn't. If I ever had a genie, you get 3 wishes. My first wish is that to have exact change every time I buy something. The second I would like to experience every big movie scene the night it premiered. For example, I would have killed to be in the theater in 1979 to see everybody's reaction to the chestburster scene.
Yeah, that's
Also,
a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Going back to Star Wars, seeing that Vader is Luke's father. That is not a spoiler, because if it is for you, you shouldn't be listening to this anyway.
I guess that's fair.
And then my third wish, I would sit on and probably wish for something stupid talking to myself. My biggest thing about this movie, and this goes for all 3, is I absolutely love that Weyland Yutani is the real overarching villain in all of these films.
Yes.
Just shit corporate greed, man.
The entire franchise is just based off of how badly can we treat workers.
And it's crazy because at the time they were like, hey, this is what these corporations are doing to you, and this is going to happen in the future, and they were right. So, Justin, what do you think?
Yeah, absolutely one of my favorites of all time. I guess I can't say horribly obsessed because there's other things. But absolutely obsessed with these movies. All of them, even 3, I know. With the way some people talk about it, at least.
There's a bad egg in every film series.
Exactly. In every beautiful bunch, there's always a bad egg in a
3,
movie.
that's the prison one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all right. Just making sure. Okay.
Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. I'm looking at you.
Don't get me started on that one.
Except it was still good.
Yeah.
Just not as good as it could have been.
True.
Stanley Yelnats did not need to be his son, all right?
Yeah. Tremors is a good movie, though.
Shia LaBeouf. I don't know why I called him Stanley Yelnats. I don't know why that's what popped in my head.
I don't know how I immediately named the movie after you said that freaking goofy-ass movie name, because I thought I forgot it.
Even Stevens. Anyway, go on.
And slightly lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
Awesome. No, this is just us anyway. We come up with things and we're like, oh yeah!
This is true.
But yeah, I mean, I think I've played every video game for Alien that has ever existed. Sigourney Weaver is probably the greatest female actress, in my opinion. To me, it's not even close. Not just for this movie. I mean, there's like random stuff like Heartbreakers and things where you're just like, oh wow.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters, indeed. Only Zool.
Hey, darling, you in there? Only Zool. That's great. Can I have whoever? I can't remember her name in the movie off the top of my head, but will she be back soon?
Yeah, I'm just excited to talk about these as a group, essentially.
Right. It's just talking to one person or myself about it. I can now do it in a group.
Waxing poetic to myself about how much I love this franchise.
To quickly piggyback off of you, Justin, Sigourney Weaver as Ripley is the epitome of the word badass.
Yes.
Like, yes, she struggles in this movie.
Gender irrelevant.
She struggles in Aliens, but she is the epitome of just, you keep going.
Does she though, Jeff?
What?
Really think about, like, the things she does in Aliens.
I knew exactly what she did. And we're going to talk about it.
Yep.
So
That's one of my notes.
So on.
Okay, so I like all the Alien movies, just like you both. I rewatched this movie because it's been a little while since I've seen it. So I like the movie, okay, but I have a criticism about this movie. I know it's the first one, and if it wasn't for this one, for this one, we would not have any Alien movies. With that being said, this movie was slow for me. I forgot how slow it was at the beginning.
Yeah, like the first half hour.
That's what I put on here. The first 30, it didn't pick up until like after the first 30, 35 minutes.
Have you seen other Ridley Scott movies? I'm just saying.
Right, but I was like,
yeah,
the computer's starting up and this and that, and I know
it's Mother, man. Calm down. Mother is everything.
But when the computer boots up, it's inside of an empty astronaut helmet.
Right.
Yeah.
Just like that symbol. I definitely understand the criticism. I thought you were going to say something else, and I was going to throw this slushy at you.
Yeah.
No, like I said, I love the movie. It's just I forgot how slow this movie started off. But anyway, so it didn't start picking up until 35
They had
minutes.
to come out of cryo sleep, though, man. How do you make that not slow?
Well, the second one wasn't like that. The second one,
Because it was a bunch of space marines.
Right.
Paul Weiser's in it, and I was mad about that.
So I did want to comment something that I think it was one of you two just said, and I put on here, Ripley was a jerk in the first one.
She had to be.
Yeah, all she did was just make fun of everybody.
Because everybody gave her shit.
Right, she was talking shit and all that stuff. And
Fun fact, early, Yafikato, the other actor, literally went ahead and was messing with her the whole time by order of Ridley Scott. So yes, she had to be an asshole.
Right. And then I was like, I think the only reason why she was in the other movies is because she survived this movie. She was the only survivor. So for her and the cat.
It's because she went to sleep.
Yeah.
Right. But there's one thing about this movie that I remembered incorrectly.
What's that?
Okay.
And I think I'm getting it confused with another movie. But I could have sworn that I thought the cat got infected by an alien.
You're thinking of Captain Marvel.
Yeah, well, I know that, but I'm saying no. But in
Goose.
but like I'm like, wait a minute, I thought the cat got a face sucker,
No.
and that's how they did the second movie.
No.
But
Goose
I
the
remembered it
Flurkin
wrong.
in Captain Marvel
Yeah.
has a
Yeah,
face
yeah, no, I
sucker
know.
on
Yeah,
him.
that's
Yeah, no,
probably
I
true
know.
because
Also, half of why I named one of me and my wife's cats, Goose, is because of the Flurkin
Right.
in Captain Marvel
Right.
and throughout the Captain Marvel / Miss Marvel, etc. books, and Goose and Top Gun.
Okay. Okay. I'm just...
Oh, and then, well, you mentioned it, but I wanted to mention it again. The special effects were great in this movie.
They were.
For its time, the special effects were awesome. The
Oh.
alien looked great. Sometimes I usually have a problem with movies when they're all dark like this one, but it wasn't the type of dark where you can't see what the hell is going on. I hate it when they make movies where it's dark, but then you can't see what the hell's going on, especially if you're in a dark theater. I'm like, you can't even see what the hell's going on, you know. But luckily, this movie wasn't dark like
It
that
was
kind of dark.
Dark enough to add to the suspense.
Yeah, exactly. But it wasn't dark to where you can't even see
Call
what the
back to
hell's
first
going
week.
on the screen. So, so that was great. You know, like I
Thank
said, the
you,
special-
H.R. Geiger.
Yes.
Hey, the special effects were great. One of the ones that stuck out to me that I thought was really good, and it was good for the time, even though, of course, common sense tells you how it's happened, is when they showed the egg for the first time, and the liquid was dripping upwards instead of downwards. Or
You know how
whatever.
they did that?
Yeah, they just flipped upside down. And that's why I said it's easy to figure out, but it's a cool special effect for that time. It's like, dude, it just went upwards, not downwards. Define baby. But yeah. So I mean, that just added to the special effects with me. That's great, you know, and everything like that. But like I said, that was my only problem with this movie is that it started off really slow compared to the other ones.
So I had watched this, and if you guys want a really good, like, in-depth analysis on this, and this is, like, I don't know him, but you need to check him out. His name is Eric Voss. His main channel is New Rockstars. That's where I get all my Marvel stuff from, like, all my updates. He's amazing, but he did one for Alien and Aliens, and he has a separate channel called The Deep Dive. Please go check it out. The time he goes through the entire movie, talks about every Easter egg, talks about the production. I learned so much from those about these movies, and I'm so happy that, like, somebody took the time to do that, because I would
like-
not have.
Like
It's almost like it's just a breakdown of the movie, but it's like 58 minutes long or something like
so
that.
like the fact that no one knew what was gonna happen when he jumped onto the table. I love that about that movie.
So
That was all totally natural reactions.
Yeah, Ridley Scott didn't tell anybody on the shooting.
let's
Right.
let's talk about the chest burster scene, because that is one of the most iconic parts of this film. It scared me the first time I saw it, as respectfully as anybody, because you don't know what's going on. But the part that gets me, and I understand the time that it was made and the way that they made it look, but Spaceballs also did a really good job with
Just
this.
say that. Shout out to
Is-
Spaceballs.
Is when it comes out of, John Hurt's chest and, like,
Yeah.
blood splatters and everything. It's just they're all going crazy. Just the fact that they're, like, very Jim Henson-esque. Just the alien gets on the table and just like it's like, oh, there he goes. So I've talked about this before. I hate spiders. Alien, the way the face hugger reacted, I'm okay with. Aliens, it's like, okay, you guys are getting better
Jeff,
with this.
I love you, but never look up a camel spider.
Yeah, I know.
That's where
Oh,
they got the inspiration.
Yep, I know what those are. And I wasn't the one who looked it up, but trust
I
me.
lived with them. It was great. For
Did
a
you
time.
have one as a pet?
I tried.
You tried?
But Romulus creeped me out because I'm also claustrophobic.
Oh, yeah.
So everything in that movie fucking murdered me. So I got some facts here about Alien. Dan O'Brien, and these are all from IMDb. Dan O'Brien's original draft title was Star Beast, but he was never happy with this. It was only after rereading his script that he noted how many times the word alien appeared and realized that it was a perfect title. It works as a noun and as an adjective, and surprisingly, it had never been used as a film title beforehand. So Ridley Scott cites 3 movies as shaping the influences on this movie. Star Wars, Episode 3, A New Hope.
Episode 4.
I did it again. Episode 4. They've been very different. And 2001: A Space Odyssey for their depiction of outer space.
Yeah.
And then this is the second time this movie has come up as a fun fact, so we may have to watch it soon. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974 for its treatment of horror.
Yeah.
Which, not saying that the xenomorph is Leatherface, but there were some similarities.
Yeah. I mean, the innovation on body horror.
Oh, I guess I could add this note in right here. So, I actually noticed that about all three of these movies, they never say the word alien once.
Nope.
They use the word xenomorph. So what I did is I googled xenomorph.
Walked past the man twice.
Yeah. But yeah. So xenomorph, I looked it up on the internet. So I was just curious. I was like xenomorph. I was like, I know the name, but I was just like, I want to know exactly what it means. So that's what I did. I looked it up.
So this movie is very sexual with it's H.R. Geiger, with the symbolism of like vaginal or like very phallic things.
Yeah.
The R word, especially when it comes to the face huggers. Definitely like just the insertion of things opening, the way that they looked. The only reason why I bring any of that up, and plus this movie being about motherhood, considering what the computer was called, the AI.
Yeah.
The slime used on the alien was KY jelly. So.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Interesting. Okay. Didn't know that.
And I collect wrestling figures. I collect, like, we all do, not wrestling figures, but like there's collectibles and things like that. So I found this one interesting. This is the first R-rated movie to receive a tie-in series of toys marketed towards children. And I think you're right, because we were talking about before. I don't know if it was McFarlane or if it was Kenner.
I think it might have been Kenner than McFarlane. But
I should have looked it up, but I'm kind of curious to see like what toys they were. I would kill for a Xenomorph toy.
Like
especially
the,
like
the original, like with the movie release, yeah.
Yeah, not
be amazing.
like I found, because Amazon is just a weird place. While I was watching Aliens, I was looking up like Wayland Yutani merch because I wanted a coffee cup.
So one of my first questions for you guys about this movie is, why is the company so interested in the aliens? Yeah, in your opinion, why?
Because according to the entire franchise's long history, it is the perfect organism.
Oh,
Because it's something
Hunting, killing, anything you want to do as a industrial complex.
Okay.
Corporate greed.
Yes, that too. I was trying to come up with a slightly scientific answer,
yeah,
but yes,
like
being a corporate shiv crazy person. Yes.
No, the reason why I asked that is because it comes to play
Oh,
into
boy.
other movies. Yes.
Oh, was that the only question you had?
Well, for this movie, yes, but there's other
Okay.
ones, but they have to relate to the other movies, so
Fair
I don't
enough.
want to give it all away at the beginning.
You got anything else for Alien?
Yeah, and this is probably like the coolest thing to my opinion about the movie. Anyone listening, you probably can't tell that it's not some form of special effect, but the xenomorph itself, every time it appears, it is literally a 6'10" Nigerian man called Bolaji. I already forgot the name. I was thinking about it this entire time and forgot about it.
Well, why you?
Bolaji Badejo. And yeah, that's the guy in a suit of the xenomorph. And the entire movie, you literally cannot tell.
And I think it makes it better. I mean, CGI was...
Well, because Ridley
Wasn't really
Scott
a thing.
actually originally wanted animatronics set up,
I'm so happy they didn't.
but he literally realized, like, oh, the technology isn't here yet to actually do what I need it to do.
Yeah, just the puppeteering work of it.
Yeah, and they sent Bolaji to mime school and like a not kung fu, what the hell was it?
So why he's doing just
Tai Chi and mime classes.
Okay.
Every time he's going to meet a new separate fact, you find the answer.
I know. Well, I was just gonna jump into
Just
the
to
kill
be
count.
more like the alien with his movements.
I can see that. Yeah, that's really cool.
Right. So the kill count. The one thing I love about all three of these movies is that they were all enclosed movies, so there's only a certain amount of people. So
That's
it was
true.
easy to count. So Alien, the kill count was 6 people.
And guess who made it out alive?
Yep.
Well, yeah, because the crew of the Nostromo was 7.
Yep.
Yep. Exactly. Plus 1 kitty.
Yeah, I was going to say plus
Yeah.
one cat.
But the cat made it, which
Um,
is great.
I just want to give, before we move on to Aliens,
Jonesy.
I just want to give, I know he passed, but I just want to give a big shout out to Ian Holmes.
Yeah.
I've watched this movie a bunch, and it like never clicked with me again. I'm like, oh, that's Bilbo. The animatronic, just the way that he did everything, and then to watch Lord of the Rings and see him still have the same actor like tics,
Mannerisms and
mannerisms.
everything, yeah.
Thank you. That's what I was looking for. Mannerisms as Bilbo, and I'm sure he had it with the rest of his career. But
And also as Bishop, yeah. It's
yeah,
pretty cool.
but yeah, just amazing actor, Justin.
I mean, I don't really care about the role anymore. 5 out of 5. It's the beginning of one of my favorite things on the planet besides Star Wars and various other things.
Fair enough.
I can't help myself.
No, you're right.
So
5 coffins.
I actually gave it a low one, but that's only because it was such a slow start for me. I
Siskel
gave it-
Ebert over here.
Yeah, right?
2 coffins for me.
Did you? Okay.
God.
Yeah.
Bless,
Okay.
dude. Fuck.
So
It was slow. I mean, it is what it is. I love the movie, but it was too slow for me.
2-hour movie, first half hour. 2 coffins.
Yeah.
Okay. You
Hey.
be you as a human.
hey, we keep it real in here.
That's right.
I'm going to give this 4 coffins. This is one of my all-time favorites. It is definitely nostalgia. It's now, again, just everything from it. The reason why I'm giving it 4 is because it's not better than Empire to me.
Well, same. Empire's still
But
better,
Empire's
but
not horror.
It's not, but in sci-fi,
Right.
it's Empire Strikes Back, Alien. If you want to know the rest of that list, follow for more. All right, let's get into Aliens.
subscribe for more as well.
Right. Oh yeah, we should start doing that.
Yeah.
Subscribe for more. All right, so Aliens, it's directed by James Cameron, who also did some small movies you may have heard of: Titanic, Avatar,
No
the
way.
the Blue People, not the Last Airbender. That was M. Night Shyamalan. We're talking about a horror movie. Anyway, this was written by James Cameron, Dave Geiler, and Walter Hill. Wow, I can't read. And this stars Sigourney Weaver as Ripley, Carrie Henn as Newt, Michael Biehn as Corporal Hicks, Paul Reiser as Burke, and Bill Paxton as Private Hudson. And I forgot to put the guy who played Bishop. I can't believe I skipped him. I'm so upset by that. You get away from her, you bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, Ripley said from Construction Gundam. So this, I don't know if this will answer your future question about, like overarching, but because you brought up Wayland Yutani, I hate corporate meetings.
See.
And fuck that guy that was doing a crossword while Ripley was going through her PTSD.
Yeah.
Like, you piece of shit.
Yeah.
Xenomorph should have ate you. I don't really have a lot to say about this one because it's just as good as the original. It is a good it's not the better sequel, but it is a very good sequel in a rare time of movies where they're putting out good sequels. But this definitely progressed Ripley's story.
Yeah.
And this is again one of those movies that ending sequence of she meets the Queen, flames the eggs, Queen drops down, Ripley gets in a construction Gundam, they fight, and again it's just like Alien, it's the 4th act.
Yeah.
And it's because I had forgotten about, like, I was like, oh wait, doesn't she? I was like, wait, did I mess this up? Is this Alien 3 that she gets in? Oh nope, there she is.
Yeah.
Like, but again, the same thing I said about Alien is the same things I'm gonna say about Aliens. This movie is it is so good, so amazing. I have never been in the military, but I feel like I could have been a
Space Marine.
space marine, and not the Warhammer kind.
Yeah.
I don't have anything against Warhammer. It's just a lot of lore. But
And a lot of money.
when Henry Cavill comes out with his series, I'm sure I'll wrap myself up in it.
Yeah, you probably need to.
My favorite character in this one is Bishop, because I felt bad for him because he is a synth. He's not human, and I understand Ripley's pre-designation for hating synthetics after what happened with Ash.
Yeah.
But I like that she comes around and then Bishop gets ripped apart.
It is good timing, right?
It's like, yay, full circle moment, up, and there it goes, out the window. So, to interlude this real quick, I had learned that initially Cameron wanted Bishop to do the knife thing by his own hand. It was the actor's choice and utter improv to grab Bill Paxton's hand to do it.
Yeah.
So initially, he accidentally nicked him. But in the movie, Bishop nicks himself. But yeah, that would have freaked me out. So, like, I completely understand Bill Paxton in that moment.
Yeah.
And,
I gotta interject real quick. Because of that scene in that movie, I learned how to do that trick when I was younger.
Oh, I think everybody did. I definitely. I was like,
put
I
my
can
hand
do
on
this.
there, but I was smart. I started off with a blunted pencil first, and I used to do like that.
I don't think I ever upgraded
But
to.
I can't do it nowadays. If I was to do it nowadays, I'd probably stab the shit off.
I don't think I could ever like upgrade to the kniff or anything like that because I wouldn't have any fingers and my kids are very impressionable.
Well, I just couldn't do it that fast, but I used to be able to do it.
I used to do it with pen and like I think my hands were just covered in pen because I just missed.
I think that's the reason why I'm a knife collector to this day.
Fair enough.
Oh, shit,
I love
I do credit this movie probably being the more quotable Aliens movie that I watch because there have been many times where I've been playing video games and I've said, "Game over, man."
Oh yeah.
Just game over.
Yeah. Or get away from her, you bitch.
Get away from her, you bitch. And I don't know if it's because I'm a wrestling.
Another drinking game. How many times are we gonna say in that?
Right, yeah.
Get away from her, you bitch.
That's why this is 18 plus. I don't know if it's because I'm a wrestling fan or just because I swear in general a lot. I always thought she said, "Get away from her, you son of a bitch." But to give the queen that designation of like, "Oh no, fuck you," like no, just. But again, in that scene alone, it's not Ripley in Construction Gundam versus the queen. It is mother versus mother.
Yeah.
And it is so powerful. It is so just impactful that Ripley finding Newt, going through everything, in the obligatory like Jason Voorhees scene in the sewer. That scene always freaks me out because you see the tail and it's like, how'd it get down there? Nope, never mind. Newt's dead. Goodbye. Fun fact that I found: Carrie Henn, who plays Newt, became a school teacher, and she was the reason why she got picked is because all the other kids that got picked to play that character were commercial kids. So every time they'd get done saying something, they'd do their line and then turn and smile at the camera, and that pissed James Cameron off.
Absolutely.
Just.
Pretty fun.
Damn it, that just scrambled me a little.
I'm sorry. I did not mean to go on that long. I didn't think I was going to go on that long about this, but
No,
apparently
just
I like
that part.
Aliens a whole lot more.
No, yeah. I mean, Aliens, it is literally the most relatable, like, military / sci-fi movie there is. It is the gateway military sci-fi movie, basically. It is awesome. And yeah, so many quotable lines. I miss Bill Paxton every day, literally just because of the, "We're on an express elevator to hell, going down."
Stop your grinning and grab your linen or whatever
Yeah,
the hell he
exactly.
said.
I mean, that actually is like partially a military trope because like linen's a big deal across any branch. Like you gotta like snap your bed drum tight and everything, and obviously your bed sheets and bed covers are linen.
So it's absolutely true that they bounce a quarter off your bed and they'll just
That's
toss it.
pretty much every branch. I'm sure the
Yeah.
standards lax to hell now, but you know, back when I was still in, which is
Speaking
I'm
of
not
that,
even gonna
little-
say the
little
number how
side
long
note,
ago.
my wife is amazed at how well and fast I can.
I'm gonna give my mom some tips then because she almost choked me because she couldn't do the fitted sheet.
Oh, I could do it. It's amazing. I could do it where I throw the sheet and it just goes. perfect every time, and it drives my wife crazy.
You got a lot of
Just little
magical
side note,
powers, don't you?
You know, shout out to you, wifey.
Oh, so real quick, sorry, backtracking.
Yeah.
I'm just talkative tonight. I'm sorry. So I know I have my wife's attention when she's playing her Switch and she starts watching what I'm watching. And I think she was playing Dreamlight Valley. She's obsessed with that game, and it's amazing. She's watching, kind of going back and forth. Chest burster scene was about to happen, and just like in Lord of the Rings, because I will always point out when Aragorn breaks his toe, I was like, "Babe, check this out! Check this out! Check this out!" Ew.
That was
right, and went right back down because she'll her facial reactions are like amazing, but she was like, "Yeah, what?" I'm like, "Check it out."
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
No, it's okay. So I said the thing about military sci-fi movie gateway. Yes, it very much is. I'll always miss Bill Paxton. I mean, like Twisted, several other things, but just the express elevator to hell going down. Because I mean, hell, even current day, it feels like that's actually a thing sometimes.
Right. Sometimes you just need a Bill Paxton quote to get you through.
And we're not hot dropping into a planet that has an insanely, as we said earlier, perfect organism on it. And yeah, I mean, this is the one that obviously inspired all the video games I mentioned earlier that I've pretty much played, because there's Space Marines, and Ripley still being a badass amongst the Space Marines, which I think is probably one of the cooler accomplishments of this movie, is that she's just as badass as all the Space Marines.
She definitely does learn from them.
And for James Cameron to have that gall in what? You said 86, right?
Yeah.
Considering the way everything was in the middle of the 80s.
It was a
roles and such.
It was a metaphor for Vietnam.
Yeah, absolutely.
Being completely unprepared, thinking that you're the most powerful thing out there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you show up and you were very wrong.
Yeah.
My other favorite quote from this movie is, "Hey Lopez, did anybody ever tell you you look like a man?
Oh, yeah.
Have you?"
That's funny.
I was like, "Damn."
Yeah. Shout out to her, actually. I always forget her name, and she still goes to Comic Cons and stuff. But shout out to Lopez's actress.
That was.
She's always been a badass too.
She's the kid from because I posted a thing on Facebook and you laughed at it, from Terminator.
Mm-hmm.
Who, the kid, not John Carter. John Connor. That's his mom.
Yeah.
Really?
From Terminator 2.
Yeah, Terminator 2.
Do you know why? Because it's also a James Cameron film.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, Terminator 2 is, yeah.
That's cool. I did not know that.
Yeah, James Cameron probably has more money than God, because he started with this Aliens and then just kept effing going forever.
He was a product designer. He was a I'm just gonna admit that because I can't remember the thing now. There's a story that I heard from a Robert Englund, that I learned from a Robert Englund documentary.
Oh, I need to watch that one, the Robert Englund documentary.
There's some story.
The one
about
on the thing
Amazon.
you gave us, right?
Amazon.
Yeah.
He told some story about there was some production assistant in the back drawn, and I'm paraphrasing, so I don't remember exactly what this. I can't remember what movie it was for, but he goes back and the production designer is drawn, and he keeps crumbling up papers and he keeps throwing them out. And Robert's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "They're not good enough." That young man was James Cameron.
Oh yeah. Also, if you've never checked out the actual H.R. Geiger art and stuff, just do it. I probably don't show your damn kids or anything, but
No, but
check it out. It inspired the Xenomorph. It inspired all the stuff they did for this franchise.
look up.
And he is truly a genius in the most esoteric, amazing way.
Look up Geiger's Necronomicon.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah,
this came from.
I was just about to say that. Yeah.
So.
Say, go ahead, Juan.
No, that's right. So for me, I got it. Now I'm gonna say this right off the top. I won't say this about many movies that have sequels and continue on like this, but I gotta say that this movie, Aliens, was way better than the first one. Now I don't say that often about a second movie being better than the first, because as far as I'm concerned, the first movie is always the best in a lot of these trilogies.
I mean, I will agree that it is lightly better.
Right.
and literally just because of your goofy reason from before that yes, it starts slow, and obviously Aliens does not really.
Right. So I put, like you both said, I put on here my note.
But still,
Ripley
man,
is a
half
badass.
hour.
Yeah.
Still, man, a half hour.
Yeah.
Just
So
sit
Ripley,
there and wait for Mother for a half hour. It's okay.
Right. Plus,
2
only that,
stars.
I hate how slow computers were back in the day. So that's another reason why I didn't like the movie, the first one.
Okay, that's fair.
That's why there were so many
I lived
workplace
through that
violence.
generation.
Have you guys seen Office Space? To beat the shit
Yeah.
out of that printer.
Yeah,
Oh
I know.
yeah, I love
The
that
copy
scene.
or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that scene. But anyway, so Ripley is a badass. All right, they did a great job with her in this character in this movie. All right, Xenomorph, like I said in the last one, Xenomorph was awesome in this movie. Let's see. Okay. Now the question for this one, that you guys could give a quick answer if you want, or a long answer. It's up to you. Is Aliens in the same universe as Starship Troopers? Because they do mention about
I
killing
am going
bugs.
to smack you. No, I'm not. LB1. No, they're not.
No.
But thank
But
you for
he
bringing.
says they kill bugs,
It's
space bugs.
because Starship Troopers is. I've always taken it as a amalgamation parody of every sci-fi movie,
Right.
especially when it comes to Alien.
Yeah.
Now I could be wrong because if that was supposed to be taken as a serious movie, I did not look at it that way. But because you kept saying, it's funny that you bring that up because you kept saying gateway to like space marine, like like space military movies. I was like,
military sci-fi.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, man, we gotta watch Starship Troopers. Like
Right.
we gotta watch that. And then you bring it up.
Well, the reason why I brought it up is, like I said, he mentions about killing bugs. So I was like, so the majority of the aliens they find supposedly in this universe are bug aliens
Nah, because none of those Starship Troopers could
or non-humans.
have defended against a Xenomorph. There wouldn't have been a movie.
Yeah.
Right.
The Xenomorph would have.
Yeah, the bugs in Starship Troopers are not anywhere near a perfect organism.
They couldn't
like
deal
I
with
just thought it was
Xenomorph is.
funny
They
that he
couldn't deal
mentioned
with
that.
their own infestation.
Right.
Yeah.
I just thought it was funny that they kind of mentioned that they were like, "Oh, we're gonna kill some bugs."
No,
I was like, so that means they go around and kill bugs like Starship Trooper.
it's decent. It's kind of sort of, well, not really, but yeah, established that like bugs is like a space vernacular for these types of movies. That you just say bug because it looks lightly insectoid as an alien character.
Yeah, but they
in the
didn't see
movie.
them yet. They just
I-
they said it towards when they first got there.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
oh, we're gonna
'cause-
kill some bugs.
Way use random intel was that bug like something because
Right.
they don't know what they're dealing with yet.
Yeah,
until-
because they had never seen it because they could have never brought one back
Right.
as an evidence of the first one.
Right. All right. So that was my question for this one, and then let's not. But besides that, I love the movie. I love the fact that Sigourney Weaver, Ripley fights the alien. I don't remember them being so. Jinky's probably not the right word, but when she was in the equipment, how slow it was moving, like when she was moving with the robot, I was like,
As slow as the opening of the Alien. Anyway, go on.
yeah. So I was thinking to myself, I was like, same thing I thought in Avatar.
James Cameron film.
When they're in the robots, I was like, I'm surprised her, like the way the machine was moving or whatever, and like doing all mechanics and all that stuff. I was like, I'm surprised it didn't just rip her body in half and she was going
Safety
like that
harness.
and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Safety harness.
Right.
Same
But
with
you know,
the
it's just a
Avatar
thought
one.
in back in my head. I'm like, how the hell did she not get ripped apart with a robot? Because mechanics is like, it's not gonna
And it
be
was
given on the body.
And it was crazy to see her take a flat face bump.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I
so
thought she
I
was
just
gonna flip the construction thing, and I forgot she does it. She falls flat on her face on it.
right. Yeah. So I don't know. It's just I guess that's a little bit of my reality kicking in, and like okay, reality based. I was like, okay, how is she not ripped in half? It's just a question I had in the back of my head. But
I love how she was like, I feel like a fifth wheel. Is there anything that I can do? And the guy was like, hey, you can go work that construction equipment. She's like, all right, cool.
Right.
Where do you
And
want
they
it?
They just called it the power loader anyway.
yeah,
Oh,
the
did
power
they?
loader.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was. Okay, power loader.
Construction Gundam.
Yeah. Exactly. It was like the walking forklift.
That's another part of this one's drinking game. How many
Yeah.
times someone says construction gun?
Yeah, I just kept on thinking, oh, walking forklift.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's essentially what it was.
Right.
Mech forklift. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I need that as a model. They probably never sold one.
So
No, they did.
Did they?
Before-
There's like a few of them.
yeah, so before we move on, the kills for this movie is 15 kills.
Too many.
Oh, and but yes, I do gotta say before we move on is I did really like the character. What was his name again?
Bishop.
Yeah,
The
Bishop.
synth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bishop was my favorite character
android.
besides Ripley in this movie.
Technically, he didn't die. He just got ripped in half.
Yeah, that's true.
The
And
way
he's
you
so awkward.
synthetic is
Yeah.
always a thing in all of these, and
Yeah.
it's great.
Oh no. We gotta do the rating first. I was gonna be like,
Yep.
speaking of Wayland synthetics, let's get to Romulus.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
So, let's do.
you go first this time.
Oh, see, why? Anyway, okay. I love Aliens. It is very quotable. I'm gonna give it 3 coffins.
Now I'm surprised.
I enjoy as fun and quotable and like fast paced this is. I will still take Alien.
Oh,
And yes, Aliens is a very good sequel, but unlike you in pacing issues, I enjoy the way that Alien is set up because
the build.
I mean, you guys have played D&D with me. Half of the sessions were exposition and or shopping. Like so, building that story and like all this again, all the symbolism and just
The build and the getting
as
to a
a-
climax, yeah.
as a whole, and I've talked about this before, and you guys can hear more about this when we do our Devil's Night live stream in October. A lot of these movies that I watched by myself. So sitting in a dark room with the VHS player, actually, we had the VHS player in the TV. That blew my mind.
Back then, yeah.
Little CTR TV.
Yeah.
Watching this by myself, eating popcorn, staying up way too late, had the volume turned down, which subtitles were a thing back then, but they weren't, and being sucked into that world, being like, oh, aliens are cool. And then I saw Predator and I went, no, I like this thing. I like the Xenomorph way better.
Yeah.
But again, it's that nostalgia factor for me, which is what I base a lot of my ratings on. So because I had to go first, Juan, you go.
all right. So I
Do it.
rated this one 4 coffins because I really liked it. I enjoyed it. It was very well paced. There wasn't not that many downtime or whatever or slow moments. Like I said, this one did start out like the other one with the little computer thing, but they didn't drag it out as long, or mother, as you guys say.
Well, because that's
starting
what it's Mother 9000. That's
You
the
don't-
actual WAU system they
Right.
use.
You don't like slow internet, do you?
No, I
Okay,
hate slow
Okay,
internet.
I'm fine with him giving
It made-
just 2 coffins.
Oh
then.
my god, that
And,
sound used to irritate me when I was younger. Yeah,
And the
I
9000,
can't imitate it, but it's annoying.
the 9000 in Mother 9000 is, like you said, Space Odyssey 2001. Because
And not to
It's
mention,
just, it's just hell.
not
Yeah.
to mention, every time I went to log on the internet, somebody would call my goddamn house, and then I'd have to start all over.
So, before Justin gives his rating, I have 2 things real quick. I'm sorry. One, for any of those listening, if the phrase "get off the phone so I can use the internet" resonates with you, how's your back? Anyway, and 2, and I forgot to mention this earlier, one of my favorite scenes in Aliens is Ripley's, when she meets the Queen, and there's that like, hey, you don't touch, I won't touch her, you don't touch my hive, I got you. And then the Queen like shuddered, and Ripley said, no, and sets all that shit. Just the turn of her head, just no
Yeah.
words, just the facial expression she had.
Yeah.
She was like, I'm no idiot.
Yeah.
Right, Justin?
In keeping with sequels tradition, it's probably mostly almost my favorite Aliens, but 4.5 coffins.
Very nice.
Yep.
So I'm gonna go off a sec. Oh, I had a fact about this movie. I completely skipped it. When Fox execs saw an early cut of the film, they complained to producer Gail Ann Hurd that it looked like the money had all been spent on sets rather than special effects. Hurd took great delight in telling the execs, mainly you taught me, that a majority of the sets that they were seeing in the film were indeed miniatures or optical effects. For example, or special effects. The artists behind those images were very pleased that their work had fooled the moneymen.
Yeah.
And that's
I
gonna
bet.
be huge. Like, oh my god, you spent all that money on the set? That's just Dave's Warhammer collection, like,
Yeah.
or whatever it was back then.
And
Like,
then we zoomed it in.
that's why miniature painting is crazy. They started that as a hobby. So I'm gonna go back in time for a second and segue off of speaking of Weyland-Yutani androids, we're gonna get an alien Romulus. This was directed by Fede Alvarez, who also did Don't Breathe 2, and the first out of the newer set of the Evil Dead movies,
Yes.
which I own.
He's pretty awesome.
I
I'd
own Don't Breathe and Evil Dead. I don't have Don't Breathe 2. This was written by Dan O'Bannon, because it was based on his works. Ronald Shusett, also the same thing, and Fede Alvarez had a writing credit for this movie. So this stars a whole bunch of people I didn't know, which, to a point, is one of the reasons why I enjoyed this movie so much, because I knew none of these actors from anything, and they didn't take away from anything. Because in Aliens, I was like, oh, it's Bill Paxton.
Yeah.
That's yada yada yada. That's oh shit. Okay, that's Paul. That's Paul Reiser. I just got done watching Mad About You. This is nuts to me. Like,
Yeah.
I love that show, by the way.
So like when I saw him in Aliens, I was like, oh, I thought you're a dick in this movie. So Alien Romulus stars Kaylee Spaney as Rain.
That's an up and coming Sigourney just from this appearance in this movie.
So
I was thinking the same thing. I was like, hey, baby Ripley.
Yeah.
So I looked at her IMDb, and the only other thing that I would have known her from is the new Craft Legacy movie, which I hadn't seen.
Yeah, I didn't.
Had I taken the time to watch it, I would have known who she was.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She plays Rain. David Johnson, it plays Andy. Johnson was my favorite character.
Yeah. Andy's great and nice.
Archie Renau was Tyler, and Isabel Merced was Kay. And oh boy.
I
So-
don't even know why I'm laughing. I should not be laughing.
So I'm just going to get through these facts real quick, and we're just going to jump into this movie. So the events of the film take place in the year 2142. Exactly 20 years after Alien, which is situated in 2122, and 37 years before Aliens, which would have been in 2179. So for any of those confused about the timeline, I got you.
Which I was at first.
So, Prometheus takes place in 2093. Alien Covenant takes place in 2104. Alien takes place in 2122. Romulus takes place in 2142. Aliens takes place in 2179. Aliens 3 takes place in 2179. And then Resurrection takes place in 2381. And we were talking about this beforehand, and one of the reasons why we did this series, which we didn't really talk about, but why we chose the Alien movies. But the reason why I wanted to watch this movie so bad was because of the marketing. There was a limited edition VHS that was produced with this film on it. And this marked the first time a major film release on VHS since A History of Violence in 2005. Like,
What a damn movie to have the last VHS on.
right.
So-
Look, Aragorn. Anyway.
It's like they had to do that.
But oh my god. Justin, why don't you start us off about Romulus?
Yeah, so this movie is just really cool, and they like outdid themselves because like even the very beginning little credit bit is like the most top-notch remake-ish, but pay tribute to the original. Like this whole movie is just a beautiful homage to the series.
Sorry, I was eating my Slurpee. The ice. But yes, oh my god, yes. This took, and granted, at the time, it being made in 2024, and Resurrection came out in 97, so you had some time. But to center a story in between the first and, the second, and be able to pay a homage to the entire series in such a amazing crafted,
Yeah, because
But-
normally
I gotta agree. I was like one of my notes on. I've got a lot of notes on this movie, but one of them was, "Oh wow, I love all the callbacks to the original."
yeah.
I was
And-
like, that's really cool.
This just goes to, and I hope he hears this sometime. I hope I get a chance to meet you, Fede Alvarez. Look what he did. Look what he was able to do with Evil Dead.
Yeah.
Like,
Take the same good old lovely Evil Dead that we're all obsessed with
And
and
just-
turn it into a slightly serious bend
and
somehow.
yeah, and just ramped up the,
Yeah.
the violence to it.
Yeah.
Romulus is such a good movie.
Yeah, it is.
I
It
felt
really
so.
is.
I felt so bad for
And
for-
it's
Go ahead, sorry.
no, go ahead.
I felt so bad for Andy because in
Yeah.
the beginning of the movie, he was like, I was like, okay, and I don't mean to sound like this, but I was like, okay, he's either gifted or a synth. Oh, he's a synth. Like,
Yeah.
But like, and all the jokes he told, and just like, oh my god, just the character,
Yeah.
the character arcs, the development. Everybody in this movie played their part, and out of everybody, Bjorn deserved to die the most. God damn. I'm so sorry, Juan. Go.
No, I was just gonna say. Side note: the only part of this movie that threw me off, and when she was talking about her brother, I didn't click right away that she was talking about the sim.
The
I was
synth,
like, okay,
yeah.
where's the
Synth,
brother?
Synthetic.
Yeah, I thought maybe he was like the nanny or something
Or
like that.
what did Andy call himself? A artificial person.
Artificial
or something? Yeah.
person.
I was like, dude, if that's what
Well,
you
that's
want-
also a theme
that's
of
a
the
callback.
series.
yeah.
too.
Right.
I was like, hey, and I said it out loud. I was like, yo, if you want me to call you that, I got you. Like whatever you want me to, you are. I will protect you.
They all sort of call back to that in the series anyway, the artificial person thing.
As-
Because David with Prometheus, he's like kind of like
Oh yeah.
first of all, I'm obsessed with Michael Fassbender, so
Who isn't?
he was just very great as David in all those movies. So that's why I'm never gonna like pan them or hate on them, even though it obviously isn't as good as the original Aliens movies.
It was a weird origin.
Yeah.
I also liked the special effects when it came to him, the synthetic, called back to him, the original synthetic, the makeup or CG or however they did it.
Yeah,
where he looked
Ash's
the exact
copy
same
called Rook.
age.
Oh my god, we didn't even talk about that.
It's
Yeah,
so
Ash's
cool.
copy was called Rook
Yeah.
in this one, yeah.
Not even that. Ash's death in Alien, the practical effect of him, like Ian Holmes' head, obviously, the way that it sat, but just the way that really just smacked his face and took it out and he woke up. Just
Yeah.
the special effects to all like the inside and
Yeah, all the
sinew
white
and
blood, yeah.
that was actually cow's milk.
No, I know.
Oh,
But yeah.
Could also be a
I
metaphor
mean,
for
to
something
me,
else.
that's always been a really cool thing with this series anyway, is that like the androids randomly have like white blood. Like
Yeah, I gotta figure out why. We're cool. Anyway, we're not gonna talk about it.
It's probably something to do with Geiger again, to be honest.
I'm sure it's a metaphor for something.
Yeah. But no, yeah, I mean, all the way down to Kaylee Spaney coming out of the cage-like door with the wind blowing with the pulse rifle. I mean, just such an immaculate homage. Like, so we're in this current age where everything comes back, and like 99% of the time it sucks ass. So, for the fact that Alien Romulus exists as something that is a actual, real remake / homage to something that was awesome back in the day.
And it was,
I am so thankful to Fede Alvarez for that.
this movie does not miss when it comes to anything. Juan, I'm so sorry. Continue.
No, that's good. All right, so I got a bunch of notes when it comes to this movie and related to the other ones, like I said. So I'll start with. You guys can make this a question if you want, but or answer if you want to. But I put on here, how did a bunch of teenagers own a spaceship? Was my first
That
question.
would be Wayu. Good old Wayland Utani.
Yeah.
All their parents died in the mines, and they are the ones that now pilot the mining freighter
Yeah,
because
they-
they have
Okay.
no regard for humanity.
they all died to Lyme disease.
Or just some form of something you get in a mine.
Right. So then I also put on here well, besides owning the spaceship, I was like, so how come no one else went to the spaceship when to me it almost seemed like this planet was full of a bunch of scavengers. At least they kind of made it seem that way.
No, it's just Wayland Utani miners that are
Yeah,
all being
but then-
basically forced servitude, indentured servants.
But then I also put on here. I put so what? Everybody else was all busy working in the mines or whatever to see a bunch of teenagers take a joyride.
The way that you look at it, look at I'll give two examples, but they're both going to cycle back to the first. Look at the Goonies.
Right.
Those kids went out, shuffled, and saved their little town.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I can't remember the name of it. Justin, hopefully you can jog my memory. Star Wars show that came about the kids. It was the Goonies, but in space. It was Jude Law.
Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Again, because, and if you look at it too, it was just all older people.
Young adults, yeah, teenagers.
Your
almost
corporate. I mean, the lady. I wanted to punch that lady. Was like, oh no, it's 2,400 hours now. You ho.
She's just the messenger, man.
So
No,
they
I
were
know
like
she
indented servants.
Yeah, she
to
had
the
a job to
company.
do. Yeah,
That-
yeah.
She's stuck too. She just has to relay the crappy Weyland-Yutani information.
But and like no, that's a really good point. Like, hey, why was it just these kids? I have two big reasons for you. One, they were kids, they were adventurous, and if they didn't, we wouldn't have had a movie.
I mean, they're
That's
like
true.
older teens. I mean, had to be. Kay was, pregnant
So now
before she wasn't.
18, yeah, and like all of them are probably 18 plus. But yeah, no, it's just, and again, that sense of adventure, that sense of urgency, of like, because she wanted to go to
they didn't
Yavaga.
want to die in the mines like their parents.
Right.
I got it.
But it worked out for Steve in Minecraft. Anyway, sorry, my kids are obsessed with that movie recently.
Okay, so now this is a good one, and if we have any of these fans or have any of these fans in the future, you're probably gonna love this. I got a conspiracy theory for you guys when it comes to these movies. That I was
Okay.
thinking about it when I was watching these movies.
All right.
It's my theory is I think the company created the aliens, and the reason why I say that is because the only time these aliens show up is when they're at a colony or a spaceship or something like that, when the company seems to be losing control. So, and then not only that, this ship that they go to had a bunch of those face suckers in things like almost like they were saving them or whatever. So I think my conspiracy theory is that the company uses these aliens. They either found the aliens and used them for this purpose and they had them all along, or they got created these aliens and they temporarily get out of control. But my theory is that they use these aliens or xenomorphs when they start to lose control of their so-called employees or colonies or whatever, and they start doing their own things, and they're like, you know what, we'll just eliminate them and make it look like it's an accident or whatever, and by saying that we're sending someone to go help these people.
I can definitely see where you're coming from.
I feel so bad now. He needs to watch more Ridley Scott movies.
So, two things. One,
Right.
I can definitely see where you're coming from,
Yeah.
but we also got to show you Prometheus, if you haven't seen it. So okay, now I'm kind of, because, well,
I mean, I also put if that's not a good conspiracy, then how come these aliens are not all over the universe and no one knows about them every time one of these attacks happen?
he does bring up a good point.
Yeah, but
The only time
we
it
still
happens
have
is when
longer
the
than a
company is
podcast for
involved.
the actual lore reasons.
Yeah, there are lore implications. I love that take on it.
Yeah.
I love that view of it. That
And
definitely
you
makes-
have some truth to it because, I mean, they basically do just reallocate them places. I don't know if it's worker control, but it's definitely
Definitely,
freaked
yeah,
the hell out of everyone anywhere nearby.
Weyland-Yutani
Because
runs,
Weyland-Yutani does keep, like, moving it around and whenever they find it.
they run their business model the same way Scooby-Doo villains do until they get caught.
Yeah.
Right.
You kids and your dog.
Yeah.
I just thought it'd be fun to throw a conspiracy theory
You
out there.
psychos
like,
and your xenomorph,
Morphs,
yeah.
right.
right.
No, that's,
The corporate greed and
I
keeping
mean,
people under their thumb and that sort of thing.
to be honest, if you didn't know what any of these movies, and you'd already seen all these, except this is my first time with Romulus.
Me too with this, but
I kind of wonder, like, as a social experiment, if it's, find somebody who's 18 or older, who hadn't seen these movies, knew nothing about it. They watched these three. Would that be the same consensus? Like, because in the background, they're not at the forefront, but you see their signs everywhere. Speaking of signs, And I know it's not the Purina dog food logo, but that's what it reminds me of. The 5 squares. But like I said at the top, the overarching villain between all of these films, at least these 3, is Weyland-Yutani. Just corporate greed, just corporate grindstone at its best. So I wonder if...
Building better worlds. Not...
Bullshit. Where? But yeah, I wonder if somebody would come to that same conclusion because, obviously big xenomorph, strong female lead. Corporate company sucks. It's like, I wonder if... Good on you, Juan. That was good.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, the absolute killer to said conspiracy theory though is we as dumb, stupid humans, corporate or not, are incapable of making the perfect organism. And for all intents and purposes, it is parroted that it is the perfect hunting mechanism, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
And
it fought the predator.
yeah,
Right.
but like hunting standards wise, it is very, very good at being that. So it basically is the perfect organism.
Well, plus not only that, I was thinking they keep on, like the corporate keep on, well, they don't come out and say it, but my interpretation of these movies is that they're trying to make it into a weapon anyway. So what's not to say that they already have it as a weapon and they're using it as that purpose.
But also, too, in the beginning of Romulus, they grab, they show that
And
they
then what
grab
happens at the end?
one of the, they grab one of the Weyland-Yutani grabs one of the xenomorphs from the Nostromo.
Yeah.
So, at least...
Well, it's the only one.
Yeah, and then... Well, technically not the only one, because when they go up to the other ship, Brooke's like, yeah, we got attacked too. These things just come out of
Well,
nowhere.
no, I meant as far as in the context of Alien, there was only one.
That's true. No, yeah, that's very
all
true.
I was saying.
I don't know if I already
So
said
I'm
something.
pretty sure that's what they were inferring, is that it's the one that Ripley blew out the airlock in the first one.
Landed, yeah. No, you're absolutely
And
right.
then
Landed
it
on the
magically
asteroid.
froze in
Right.
space material, and they went to go get it anyway.
So I had brought
Because
up...
Weyland-Yutani is a terrible company.
I had brought up, the whole thing of, like, I hate spiders. So again, Alien didn't really bother me that much. Aliens, they were okay. This movie, on the other hand, the scene where they all, like, smack against the glass door, like, as it shatters,
breaks.
just that sound.
Yeah.
The like, oh my god, what are you...
Yeah.
Run!
Oh, what? Did they get too real with the temperature changing and stuff, too?
The temperature thing I was fine with, but it's how they CGI'd them to move.
With the temperature changing
And I
stuff,
wanted to
yeah.
set all of them on fire.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna dig into even deeper into the conspiracy theory thing, because of what happens at the end of the movie where the robot tricks her into taking the shot and actually. I don't want to ruin this one. I'm gonna spoiler alerts, but what happens to the pregnant girl?
Yeah.
I mean, come on. I mean, that doesn't. That they're trying to make it more human in nature and try to make it to where it's a weapon. That's them controlling the narrative, big corporate, whatever. If you believe in big corporate, whatever. That's why. That's what made me think of this whole conspiracy theory. I'm like, they're engineering, man. Come on.
I've
Engineers.
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta watch Prometheus.
So I've felt really
I
bad
think
this
I've seen
entire
that one.
time.
That's another one of the Alien movies, right?
It's Magneto with a tall giant light.
Yeah, no, I've seen that one, but I don't remember what it's about. I have to rewatch it.
Watch it again.
Yeah,
A lot of your
well then,
answers.
yeah, this. So I've felt bad this entire time on because you are a dear friend of mine. Yeah, Prometheus basically tortures this entire thing you've been going on about.
But again,
Because in Prometheus, again, it's old enough. Calm down. It's probably not a spoiler. If you're not interested in Aliens as an entire franchise, oh well.
I think a lot of people fell off when they heard that Prometheus sucks, so they probably didn't watch it, to be honest. But
Yeah,
in
but
itself,
it's a
is
good movie
film.
itself.
Right.
But there's these Promethean, like, not to borrow Halo or anything, but
Yeah, that's-
there's engineers as Weyland himself, the man Weyland, who creates Weyland-Yutani, who's in this Prometheus. They find a sentient race that is not crazy xenomorphs or predators.
Oh, okay.
And they find out that it was this black goop that, like, the engineers derived us, the xenomorphs, all these different things from. So it literally has a natural origin in the actual movies, if you
Well,
will.
I still like it.
But again, not seeing Prometheus,
Right,
or, at least
No,
or at least not remembering
Not getting
it,
the technical origin of the franchise, yeah.
You hit it pretty close.
Yeah.
Also, there's a deleted scene in Prometheus that suggests that the engineers made Jesus. So there's that for you.
Yeah.
And then as a punishment, took him away.
What did they portray Jeebus as? Anyway, I haven't seen that somehow, even though I'm a giant fan.
All I know is that it was a deleted scene, so they
Oh.
wouldn't have shown what. I think it's when the big engineer is talking to David.
Speaking of that, I'm a big fan of deleted scenes in movies, and I love it whenever a movie or a DVD comes out and you get all the special features where it talks about the directors are talking about the movie, or you see special flicks, deleted scenes. Love it. My favorite thing ever. Then when DVDs came out with that.
So we're going to talk about the ending of this movie.
Oh, sorry to speak about like current movies and deleted scenes. There is an hour cut of Eminem as the jackass guy's son in freaking Happy Gilmore 2.
Yes.
I know Juan's a comedy guy, and hopefully some of you are, but I
haven't
read
seen
about
Happy
it. I was
Gilmore
like,
Dude.
I need to see this.
Dude,
An
watch
hour
it.
of Eminem playing the jackass guy's son.
Yes.
I cannot wait to find
I gotta
it.
watch that. I seen it on Netflix, and I'm like, oh, I gotta watch this movie.
Dude.
The only reason why I haven't watched it yet is I don't want to be disappointed because I love Happy Gilmore.
You're not
the
going to be
first
disappointed if you love the first one as a hardcore fan of the first one who quotes that movie weekly, especially with all this AC shit that's been going on because
one.
it's
Okay,
been
now
so
I
damn
might have
hot
to
out.
watch it when I get home.
Yeah, and sorry for the current stuff segue.
Yeah.
For
Oh,
any
no.
of you who are like hardcore horror.
No. It's perfectly fine because I know how we're going to segue to the end of this movie. The end of this movie. That was the second time this week I'd see a baby be born in space.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Oh,
I haven't seen
that
it yet.
actually is.
Haven't
shit.
seen it yet.
So
Don't
no. So
I mean, if you've read any Marvel book ever, you know who Franklin Richards is, so it's fine.
So no spoilers. I want to give an impromptu rating for Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
No pun intended. It
Still
was
Koffin.
fantastic.
Hey, you did it when you did it
Still
with
Koffins?
Superman.
You
I
Even
did.
though it's not horror?
Fantastic Four is fantastic. I loved every second of that
Yeah.
movie.
So they actually did it right for a change.
They did it so
We
good
don't-
for a change.
We don't have another hour for me to get into it, but yes.
Yes.
Oh my God, yes. If you disagree with me, read a comic book,
Yeah.
please.
One time.
But anyway,
Now I look forward to
Um,
One time read a comic book.
so again, we're gonna get into the end of this movie. So the fourth act in Alien is the xenomorph was laying sideways, waiting for Ripley to undress. I love that scene. He's just like, "Hi." Aliens happens with again, get away from her, you bitch. That big fighting thing.
That big
I did
build,
not
yeah.
think the fourth act in Romulus was going to be the most violent birth I had ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God! Like I was like, oh my God, it's a chest burster. Oh no! And
And then the way she rips the umbilical cord, I'm like, oh my God.
and when he came out and he's got taller, like he went from baby
yeah.
Groot to like King Groot in like 4 seconds.
Yeah, that was weird.
He creeped me out. He's a stupid little.
And it's literally just a less freaky copy of the humanoid hybrid things in Prometheus. Too.
So when I
And it
saw
reminds
it,
me of Thin Man.
Slender Man.
And Slender Man, yeah.
So when I
Slender Man.
had seen this thing, I went, "Oh, I should watch Prometheus again," because I was
I
like,
might have to watch it.
I was like, "Wait, what is this thing called?" And then in the credits, it's called The Offspring. And then I started listening to one of their albums. But anyway, good band.
Pretty fly for a white guy.
The Weird Al version of that song is
Pretty
good,
fly
too.
for a rabbi.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Yes.
I love Weird
Um,
Al.
But this movie is violent because it needs to be, and I love the death scenes. I thought they were amazing, but I have never been so grossed out about a birth. Mind you, I have 3 kids, so I will give this little story away. My wife was giving birth to our first son, and I was sitting there, and I'm holding her hand, and they had this like clear bucket, and all of a sudden all this red liquid starts rushing into this bucket. I legitimately looked at my wife and said, "Oh, that's crazy, they're making strawberry margaritas." I paused. And that's not what it was, but the container that they had looked like a margarita bucket. It
Like
wasn't, it was,
shaker or
it wasn't, it was a legit hospital. Like they did very, like our son is, very healthy, but I was just like, I don't know if I was distracting myself.
It has Corona written on the side.
Right, yeah. It had Margaritaville.
Right.
Yeah.
There was a Jimmy Buffett parrot hat on top of it. But yeah, I just remember sitting there going, "Oh, that's cool." Not alcohol, Jeff. Oh, so but again, this movie's violent ending sequence. made me so uneasy. And she suited up just like Ripley in Alien.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Except,
Like I said, a lot of
awesome
callbacks.
homage.
except
A lot of
I didn't
callbacks.
think she was going to make it.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh my god, again, second week in a row, Lance Archer's theme song, everybody dies.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, no, he's like, wait, she doesn't show up in anything else. She's bound to die. Nope, she survives.
Yeah.
Ripley.
Yeah. And then she gives her last name of like Carradine, and I was like, that's nobody important. Never mind.
Yeah. As far as to the franchise, yes.
I want to jump back to Aliens real quick, just because my brain's mush right now. It has an end credit scene after the credits.
Oh, it does.
It does.
Oh, I gotta go back and watch that then. I didn't know that.
Well, at least, sort of. The end credits roll, and James Cameron put in the xenomorph screech, or like the xenomorph like slither sound, to be like, oh hey, is this... Now, could you imagine... Because nowadays, it doesn't matter what movie you watch. Like, I've seen romantic comedies, and I've stayed after the credits, because I want to see what happens. Back in the day, that really wasn't a thing.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
So could you imagine...
It wasn't as over marketed yet, yeah.
Could you imagine just being, like, you see the movie in theaters, leave, after, whatever, get home, a year later or whatever, movie gets released on VHS, and you put it in, you watch it, like, oh, it's a really good movie. You get up, go to the bathroom, come back and hear that. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
CRT TV, VHS player, if it's not already in the TV, and that VHS are gone in my eyes.
Yeah.
Nope, going to Circuit City.
Yeah.
And I hurt myself.
So once again, easy kill count for this movie, 5 kills.
Yeah, I think I was able to kind of do the kill count this time, because again, it's just there. So this might take a bit for us to talk about, but I want to bring something up about Justin. Every week you have talked about situation like there's doing a series of movies that have to do with horrific concepts, things that you wouldn't want to be in. Oh boy, are all 3 of these movies that? Because I could not. I would have been the first one dead in every one of these.
I mean, as a
I-
female character, absolutely, except for
No.
Ripley.
No, not me as one of them, just me being me, because I would have saw in the face Helga and went puppy and died. Like,
Yeah.
what's that?
I
would have put it.
swear that sometimes when I think about it, they did that on purpose. Because, like, to the average person who, like, likes creatures or cats or anything, it almost does look like some form of, like, cute scorpion or something.
I'm just happy that Guillermo del Toro never did an alien movie.
Yeah, exactly. Because then we would have had some kind of, like, human/face hugger or something. And it would have just went off the rails.
I would have had a plushie of it, I'm sure.
But anyway, I don't know if I really want to do this, but I think I might. So, getting slightly towards personal stuff again. For whatever reason, I'm currently struggling with this myself, indeed, anyway. But somehow I've gotten to the point in life. I turned 36 on Sunday. Well, last Sunday, I guess it would be when this comes out, July 27th.
Time
And
travel.
Somehow I've gotten to the point in life where almost nothing that should be bothering me bothers me. Because that entire K and the Prometheus and whatever the hell we want to call it, none of it bothered me whatsoever. It was like I was paying attention intently, and I did not get the least bit grossed out or anything. I apparently I'm being molded into something that I will never truly understand or something.
I'm just mad that I keep talking about how I hate watching horror movies with kids in it, and this shit keeps happening. So,
Yeah. Or kid-like concepts, indeed.
These 2 movies didn't bother me because I knew Newt was going to be safe with Ripley.
Yeah, exactly.
So you're saying you're getting desensitized?
I have been for a very long time.
Yes, Justin's
Right.
that's desensitized.
No, I mean that's what you're saying.
Ages.
Right? I thought you were gonna go the other way with that. I thought you were doing the other thing where, like they say, when people get older, they get pissed off over simple things or whatever.
No,
Like,
no,
Get
no.
off my lawn.
No, I just
I thought that's where you were going. With
I'm
that.
struggling to understand why
You bitch.
I'm struggling to understand why nothing really affects me anymore. I guess is all I was getting at.
Oh, okay.
Because it should have.
To quote Metallica, nothing else matters.
Yeah, but
Love Metallica.
indeed, Metallica is good. I don't know. I'm one of those weirdos that like Megadeth a little better.
What's your
but-
coffin, sir?
Yeah, what's your rating on Romulus?
I mean, it's got to be a 5 again, since it's literally just being a current day homage to the original in the best way possible. But still a different story that you could follow and love.
And that's definitely something this whole Alien series does, is every movie, whether good or bad, because I know Alien 3 takes the religion route, each one of these movies pushes the narrative further in whatever direction it is.
Yeah.
And I think you guys might already know what my Koffin rating is going to be, but Juan?
All right, so with me, I gotta say, like I said, this movie was really good. All right, if I didn't say that off the jump, but I rated this movie 4.5 coffins because I loved all the callbacks to all the other Alien movies. Even subtle and not subtle, I loved them all and everything like that. So I gave it 4.5 coffins.
And even as isolated as just watching Alien and Aliens, and then Romulus, again, just watching those two, and then this one, the amount of callbacks just from those two movies.
Right.
So, like when Rain's holding onto the elevator shaft and the xenomorph gets really close to her face, I'm like, it's a bit
Yeah. Exactly.
I'm upset though because I meant to write down a bunch of like shitty jokes just to honor Andy. Ones that he didn't say, but I think that was my favorite part of the movie, like when they're just both stone-faced.
No, yeah, it's
just
really
going
cool.
back and forth about,
Oh, they're talking about the dad jokes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found a book on gravity.
And honestly, those are like...
couldn't put it down, and then Rain's like, oh, you son of a bitch, I love you. Like,
Yeah. Honestly, like, this movie actually does have, like, good dad jokes. Like, they're not, like, terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's definitely those jokes that break Rain of, like, a constant, we're about to die.
Yeah.
But she got to do the one thing with her brother, what she thought was going to be the end. So my Koffin rating for Romulus is 5.
Yeah.
I don't know if because it's newer and CGI and just like the graphics are better, or because of Fede Alvarez, or just the way that it pays the homage to. It's a masterclass in how you should do pay homages in my eyes, and I'm sure there's better examples of this, but I can't think of any right now.
Yeah, and they're probably few and far between anyway. Actual better examples.
So, I absolutely love this movie, and I have passed it up buying it on DVD or Blu-ray or 4K or whatever it is, just because I haven't had the money. All 3 of these movies, if you have it, you can watch on Hulu. Not sponsored. That's going to do it for us this week on the Koffin Click. Just want to real quick say thank you to everybody that has listened. Thank you to everybody that has subscribed. We greatly appreciate it.
Yep, thank you.
Absolutely. You guys are great.
Whether we have 5 viewers or 5,000.
Spread the word.
And thank you. I meant to say that this past
Tell your
couple
people,
episodes.
man.
Yeah, I'm terrible about self-promoting or just anything with this, because I think I'm having more fun being able to talk about these movies with you guys. And I think I said this a few weeks ago, that like being able to be excited to talk about this stuff with you guys versus being told to shut up, or you don't know what you're talking about, or why are you in my bathroom? Just, whatever, it's fine. I promise you, Evil Dead's a really good movie. You just need to listen to me.
Yeah,
Stop talking to me in the next stall.
Right.
I'm just joking. I'm on the phone. I'm not talking to you.
Well, excuse me, princess. So I want to give just a thanks to my co-host here. You guys are obviously some of my best friends. I really enjoy doing this. We're going to keep doing this. And as a healthy piece of advice, don't get choked.